Hey there everyone, how's it going? This is Merca here, bringing you a new kind of series on this channel. I am going to be doing a Sports Center style podcast covering leagues that allow me to cover them. And so this is going to be the first league that we are covering. This is called Kids See Goats Season 1. So Cover the League presents Kids See Goats Season 1, Introduction and Coaches. So before we go on to about this league is the brainchild of 27 and Dash. So we have 27, who's the owner, admin, commissioner. Dash, who's also an owner, admin, and commissioner. We have Dazzle, who is a moderator and admin, and myself, who is a moderator. And so, like I said, this is a PPL style draft with a twist. So before entry into the league, participants were asked what their 3 favorite Pokemon were. And based on what they said, they were choose between those 3 Pokemon for a quote-unquote team captain. And based on which of those 3 mons they picked and their pricing, they got something different happen. Like, say, if a Pokemon were to cost $15 or more, they would be charged the cost of that Pokemon for the captain. Or if it's like a $1 Pokemon to the captain, you got an additional $20 worth of money. Alright, moving on. Now it's time to meet our coaches. So this is a 16-team league. 2 conferences, 2 division per conference. And the first conference that we are going to cover is the Sun Conference, which has the Sun Division and the City Division. Now each coach was asked to provide an image and a quote, and that's all, just to save your time and my time. So now introducing the coaches. First of all, in the Sun Division, we have Dash, who goes by that dude in the Black City Rapidash. And the quote that he provided to us was, "I want to prove that you can win by only using Pokemon that you love." The second person in the Sun Division is Kayano, coach of the Has-Been Darkrai. And she provided us this image but was unable to give us a quote due to time constraints in IRL. Third member of the Sun Division is Yit. I want to try and pronounce his name, but I know I will butcher it, so I am not going to try. And the quote he provided to us was, "I'll rock your world, buddy." And fourth in the Sun Division, we have Coach Nightmare, coach of the Hollywood Houndooms. And the quote he provided is he wanted to let us know that he is the superior Nightmare. Now moving on to the City Division. The first coach in the City Division is Dazzle, coach of the Saint Snover. And the quote he provided is, "If we can't do something, we'll challenge it over and over." Next up is Dub, coach of the Detroit Cobalions. And he quoted Jeff Goldblum for us. Next up is Hallow, coach of the Hoboken Cocos. And he provided the quote to us, "I done fucked up and joined another league." And last but not least, to cap off the City Division and the Sun Conference, we have Coach Caper of the Toronto Tyrantrums, who's telling me to stick him with the pointy end. So next up is going to be the Moon Conference. The first division in the Moon Conference is the Bush Division. And first up in the Bush Division is 27, coach of King Nothing. And he provided us with the quote, "Everything here has a natural flow." Now, flow is a metaphor, but if you don't fight it, you'll definitely reach your goal. Next up in the Bush Division, we have Coach Claymo11, coach of the Huntsville Staryu. Being underestimated is one of the biggest competitive advantages you can have. Embrace it. Next up is the Carolina Dream Eaters. This is Coach Techno, and he provided the quote, "I'm the type to 6-0 you. That's all you need to know." And last but not least, in the Bush Division, I should say, this is West Coast Weavals, coached by Mr. E. And he provided us with the quote, "Hello friends, I'm Mr. E, coach of the West Coast Weavals. I am here because the last league I was in, I copied a head guy's Mega Gyarados with my Ditto, and as it died from burn, and proceeded to 6-0 him with it. He was so salty that he actually canceled the league and destroyed the Discord server. I don't care about winning too much. I more care about having silly fun moments like that." And I hear you. This is while most leagues are competitive, it's also important to have fun, so I like his attitude a lot. And then last but not least, we have the Moon Division within the Moon Conference. The first coach in that conference is myself, the Kentucky Torcats, and I am Murkit. And I provided the quote, "Friendship and sportsmanship before all else." Next up, in the Moon Division, we have Jules the Wombat Lover, coach of the Grayson City Cubones. Work hard, battle harder. Next up, we have the Vinyl Lolowax, coached by Coach Mono. We should all harmonize with life. And then the very last competitor in this league, and the last of the Moon Division, is Coach Nightmare of the Detroit Dragon Knights. Giving up isn't part of my vocabulary. If I can go into the playoffs as the last seed and win out, I can overcome any matchup. Getting knocked down is half the battle, getting up is the other half. And that concludes the coach's introduction. Now, looking here, these are the conference division standings. I will be updating this every week, providing you with the updated standings for each division and each conference. And when it gets a little into the season, I will start doing a playoff picture slide. But as of now, the draft is just about done, and once the draft is done, I will provide a small video showing off all the different drafts and such, and getting ready for week 1 when we actually start covering all the stats and stuff for the week and the battles that have come across with it. And with that being said, I am Murkit, this is Cover the League, and this is the Kids See Goats, and we are signing off.